Hi, welcome to the coaching game. I am Laurie Lawson,
And
and
I am fixing my earbud. I am Terry Yoffe with Coaches Creating Change,
yes,
January 2023. Whoa.
unbelievable. It's like, where did the year go? And
Yeah,
how did we get so far into January already?
I know
Gosh.
January is half gone. And, I don't know if I said this, but to me, I think of January as kind of a bridge month.
Ah,
You,
what's it
you
bridging?
know, bridging the old year with the new. I
Mhm.
think people are still a little unsettled, not sure. Um, and what I tell clients is, what do you want to take with you across the bridge into the new year? And what do you want to let go of? What don't you want to carry over into 2023?
I love that metaphor. That's
So
exactly
that's
what we decided we were kind of going to talk about
a
today.
little
And
bit. Yeah.
yeah, what a great one. Good for you. What comes to mind when you say that for yourself? What are you carrying over?
Oh, gosh. I'm carrying over my long-term COVID symptoms,
Well, I
which
guess
I
that
wish
doesn't
I
have to be good, does it? No.
no, 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 which I am not happy about. And I don't know how long that's going to take. Interestingly, for I think a lot of people, we all want to control our lives.
Hmm.
And there are many things we can control, and there are many things we can't control. And perhaps for me, one thing that I might want to think about letting go of is trying to control the things that I have no control over. This COVID, long-term COVID, I have no control. As the doctor said to me, nothing I can do for you. I can't give you anything. It doesn't matter. It's going to take as long as it takes. So I have to figure out how to navigate my life moving forward and know I can't control this.
This is so
So
funny because I'm I don't want to say I'm at the other end of the bridge, but I'm starting on a different bridge. That's it.
okay.
Because I came into the new year with back trouble. It was like my back had been hurting for so long. And I even stopped. I had this regular routine of walking every morning. And I couldn't do it. And it's like, oh, this, but it started to get a little better. And I woke up on New Year's Day and I had a sty in my eye. And I went, okay, what is that about? And it got bigger and it became four sides, under the lid. And I'm going, what is going on? So, and I had just like you been to the doctor and had everything all tested out. I finally took that stress test, which was giving me so much stress and made it
Mm-mm.
through that. And I'm alive. And I decided that I'm going to take control of my health. And it's like I already know I can't administer shots and medications and things
Mm.
like that. So what I did was I had a webinar where someone had mentioned Louise Hayes, You Can Heal Your Life. And I
Mm.
just got the book last night, and it's like she has recommendations for how you can. I guess it's more how, not really how you can heal. Well, it is how you can heal your life, but it's how you can respond to what's going on in your life. And so I immediately looked up style. What's going on this time? So, and her thing is, you don't like something that you see in your life, and went, oh my God, well, let me count the ways here. And I'm going to go from that angle. So we're not I don't know if we're competing against each other, but we're kind of doing it different ways, doing it in different ways. That's so interesting. But I think if like you say, if you keep going, do something, you got to do something, you got to get rid of this, it's going to make you more stressed
I
and
know.
it's going to keep the COVID there longer, I think. I think.
Yeah, you're right. There's no, I mean, I can't do anything. So I navigate it the best I can.
Hmm.
I do what I can. I sit down, I get up, I know when my body is telling me you need to take it easy, and every day is a different day. So I'm trying to figure out how to live my life without putting it on halt,
Good.
and do the best I can. So if I've got several things one day, then the next day I try and take it easy.
Which is probably good advice for everybody. It's like,
So,
why keep running, and 100% pace all the time? Is
well,
it?
I think there's a need to play catch up from these last few years. That people, again, I'm making it up, I don't know, but people feel that people have been held hostage
Mhm.
for half of 20, 21, 22, possibly. And they now say, okay, I got to make it up.
Yeah.
This time lost.
Absolutely. Well, and it's funny because I don't know, I don't think I fell into that, but I did like two Broadway plays a week between December, not December, Christmas and New Year's.
Mhm.
And I have never seen the theater so crowded. They had matinees on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So
Really?
unusual. And it was like, I said, what is going on? And it was, I think it's the people. We can go back to the theater. We haven't been in 3 years. Let's go. And it was, and the tickets prices were sky high. But it was like everybody was there, and there not an empty seat either time. And I was at matinees, which are usually we'll bring in the kids from the school or something, and the little old ladies, which I guess I qualify for at this point. But I was just amazed, and I went, "Oh my God, people are doing exactly what you said. They're reacting to being held back for so long. It's like, yeah, let's go now, you know."
I also wonder that I read many shows are closing.
Hmm.
They're like 6 or 7 or 10, and perhaps people wanted to see them before they closed.
Could be, could absolutely be. They could have been planned to close. I don't know. I had seen a couple of losers too on Broadway, and it was like, wow, how did that
Oh,
get here?
really?
Yeah, they're closed. So I don't know if it's good to say that or not, but I won't. I won't do that. But yeah, and it was like, wow, what's going on with Broadway? And then the week between Christmas and New Year's restored. It was like, oh, these are quality. But um, you're right. No, a bridge, and especially this year, I think it really is a bridge. But maybe not a bridge from December to January. It may be a bridge from 2020 to 2023 that we're all on too. You know?
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it could be as well. I mean, it's just a metaphor. Anyone can use it the way they use it.
Mhm.
For me, I work with clients on year to year.
Right.
What worked is like what we're saying, what worked for them in 2022, what didn't work for them,
Mhm.
what did they see that they say, well, I don't need to take this into the new year,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
And maybe it's a way of being, maybe it's a mindset, maybe even it's a job
Yeah.
that a lot of tech companies are closing or are laying people off,
Right.
huge amounts.
Yeah.
And if you're in that world and you're one of the people being laid off, where are you going to go? What are you going to do if this is what you know? And not all. I just read Microsoft is laying off. I don't know how many thousands of jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wonder about the business landscape for 2023.
And you
What
and
is
so
that going to
many other
look like?
people.
What
Yeah.
is that going to look like for people?
Well, I
Um,
know in New York City, they are still lamenting that, people don't want to come back to work since they've been working at home. It's like, so all those office buildings are just not being used. And this is a whole different way. And I guess you have to respond to that. I don't know. Different, just silly things. Like if you order takeout from a restaurant now, they don't have their own delivery people. It's all consolidated. And if you have a problem with delivery, it's like, don't talk to us, talk to our delivery service. And it's like,
right, they
what's
are.
going on? That's a whole switch now, which I found very strange. It's
Well,
like, well, wait, but no, there's that person in between now, and I guess it cuts down on their employees. And you're right, that's a job too that is not there anymore.
And I think a lot of companies are demanding people come back in a hybrid effect,
Yeah.
3 days a week, 4 days a week. Some companies are requiring people come back full time.
Exactly.
And the hybrid effect seems to be a middle of the road opportunity,
Yeah.
because you don't want to be isolated, really, unless you love remote work and
Hmm.
you want to be remote all the time. But I think a lot of people want to get back to the camaraderie of a few days a week and then
Right.
work remotely the rest of the time. Again, like last year, I'm not sure anyone knows how this year, there's no roadmap still. There may be a
Yeah.
vague one more so than ever, but I don't think there's a defined roadmap. Well, this is how it's going to be, or that's how it's going to be. In 2019, we all knew the roadmaps.
Yeah.
We knew what was expected. 3 years later, I'm not sure anybody knows. Even today's leaders are being asked to wear different mindsets.
Yeah. Which is a good thing. I know it's so funny because there are so many juxtapositions to things. It's like when Elon Musk got rid of so many people from Twitter, they said your chances of being fired are less likely if you're at work, if you're in work. Those remote workers, you're just a name, your name on a screen, and it's like, okay, gone, gone, gone. And you're right, it's that camaraderie, it's that connection. I'm not sure we're making connections on Zoom. We're trying, and I think we're doing better and better every day. But um, so it's there's so many things that there are benefits, and then there are detriments. And I think we're in the weighing process. Which one is going to, come up? Which one's going to win? If there is
Right.
a winner, maybe there isn't a winner. Maybe that's the trick.
Yeah. And maybe it's looking at things that, okay, this is different.
Hmm.
It's different. So you can't go back to what was in 2019. Well, this is how it was, and this is how we live. All that has changed.
Right.
So you can't take your mindset to look in the rearview mirror anymore, as I say. You've got to sit in the driver's seat, which is being in the present, and then look out the windshield and figure out, well, what's going to work for my company, for me today, given the landscape that's different. And that can be not only business life, but personal life as well.
Flexibility,
Right,
and I
right.
think we talk about this all the time. We talk about your blog, Dancing on Shifting Sands. I think you could add a subtitle to that, and Staying Upright, because they're
Right.
really shifting now. Um, but yeah, we talk about the flexibility where, like you say, okay, I'm not feeling 100%, so I'm listening to my body and I'm slowing down and I'm trying to get stuff done and I'm making a balance. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing. It's like, and it's unfortunately because in the sense that you can't forge ahead with full confidence because you just don't know. You just don't know. But maybe not being able to forge ahead gives us time to consider the whole picture, the people involved, more people involved. And then I think employers are taking more care to cultivate and nurture their employees. I hope that they recognize the value.
Some will, some won't.
Yeah, that's pretty par for the course, right?
Some will
Um,
stay with the old standbys and they will be the dinosaurs. You're
yeah,
adding so much into these equation, diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is huge.
yeah,
And, you know, racism and
sexism.
right, all of that, which has
Yeah,
come to the forefront. And how do
yeah,
today's leaders show up? what kind of an organization do they want to run? And it starts at the top. They have
Yeah,
to be an example uh, of of the trickle down, right? Of what their
yeah.
company, they stand for their company.
That's true. And it was funny. I think there was a thing about Joaquin Jeffries, who was the
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
and the burden that's on his shoulders now. And
mm.
it's not good enough to just climb the ladder and get there. It's like then you had to put everybody on your shoulders and carry them with it, which is probably a good thing. But it's like, wow, give the gentleman a minute to enjoy the position. But no, he's got this burden and that burden.
Oh, well,
Hochul had the
uh,
same thing. She's the first female governor. Oh my God, she's
right,
carrying us
right.
all with.
And
And yeah, there's so many variables today that people are looking for, you know.
that's so true. And I just thought, I just wonder of everything going on between Congress and, everything, that they're not microcosms of the macrocosm of really where the chaos is and where
Yeah,
some of the dysfunction is. And all of that has come out of these couple of years.
yeah, yeah. That's interesting. And what do you do with it? You know, what do you do with it? Let's get personal. On a personal thing, I for a while could not stay off television. I was an
Mm.
MSNBC person and I
Oh,
watched it nonstop. And now it's like I'm small doses. I can't do it
mm,
anymore. I don't have
mm,
the energy, you know. Um, so it's like I have to information's good, but I have to come up with some nourishment, some good stuff that's going to replenish all that energy that it.
oh, yeah.
So
Uh,
that's an adjustment that I'm making this year. It's like not news all day long, either in
oh
the
my
morning, probably
gosh.
at night, really, and just for an hour. I that's as much as I can devote to that.
I don't, I get the times, I breeze through it, I read what I want. I don't watch the news
Ah,
really
good
anymore.
for you.
I just don't.
I'm still too curious not to watch, but
Well,
not a lot.
I read what's going on. I get snippets of it. But to be hooked into it is, again, it's for me, it takes my mind away from what's really important for me.
Mm,
And, what's the news other than giving me some information? What is it really going to do for me? For me.
right, right.
So I've I'm embarrassed to say I don't watch
No.
the news. I know what's going on. Do I know in depth? Not really. You
That's
know.
okay. Do you need to know it? Like again, can you do anything about it? I mean, it's
Yeah,
good to be
right,
informed, but
right, right.
yeah, I think I'm too.
It's a soap opera.
Yeah, it
It's
is
exactly
more
what
and
it is.
more. It's just like, okay, that's enough of that. Let me go do what I'm gonna do. Another thing that I'm kind of leaving behind is because I felt that urge that you were talking about. You know, it's like, oh my God, now I have time. I can do this, and I have to take this class, and I have to,
Oh,
take this webinar, and I'm leaving that behind, a little bit of that,
mhm.
most of that behind. Because I was saying yes to everything. And it's like, I'm
Right,
exhausted.
right.
So it's like, now it's like just what you said. How is this going to be good for me?
Mm,
For me, do I need this or is this something I need for my career or my
right,
credential?
right.
And you know what? No, me. It's just going
Mm-hmm,
to be, is this
mm-hmm,
good for me? I
mm-hmm.
like your attitude. Yeah. What do you think you'll be leaving behind?
Uh,
I know you
uh,
want it to be COVID, but
yeah, that would be for sure. Um, I'm not sure. Perhaps some of my mindsets that
Mm,
don't serve me. Um,
nice.
Looking at things and saying, what do I need this in my life? So questioning more some of the things that are iffy,
Mm,
and like you, what's going to nourish me what's going to work for me? What do I want to do this year?
Yeah.
And I'm continuing for the moment for year 2 of my podcast. So I'm working on that.
Okay. So you're not leaving that behind. That's good.
No, not for the moment. So I'm going to be looking at that, and really taking a hard look. Maybe not January, but as the year unfolds, and really looking at myself and what works for me, what doesn't work for me, what do I need to add. I would say I'd love to travel, but given what's going on, I can't commit to that. I can't commit to long-term plans right now. So I have to revise that and look at, okay, what can I commit to? What's short term? What can I commit to today or tomorrow? So that's something I never thought of. So that's a new perspective for me.
Nice. Yeah, I did that too. It was like when, flying was so iffy and or not, not recommended at all. It's like, well, does that mean I get to stay home for 3 years? I didn't know it was going to be 3 years. And it was just like, well, where can I go in my car? How could,
Right.
and I've been having a great time with road trips, and it's
Right.
like, it's a whole different way
Exactly.
of traveling. So you adapt and
Mhm.
in the process, you may learn something. And you may learn that, oh, I don't like this at all, or that, hey, this is not so bad. This is kind of fun. But it's just, again, being flexible, and just saying, oh, okay, these are my limitations right now. What are the opportunities?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
What's the flexibility, adaptability, being willing to pivot
Yeah.
at any given moment, even though you didn't count on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But saying, okay, this is where I'm at. This is, my choice is either A or B.
Yes.
There's no C or D. So I think it comes down to our own selves and being honest with ourselves at this
Yeah.
juncture and looking at the landscape and evaluating it and really opening the lens and being honest with ourselves. That's I think for me where I'm going to be for now.
You know what makes that easier? The fact that you don't have to worry as much, if you ever did, about what's expected. It's like, because like as we're saying, nobody knows what to expect. So it's not like you're breaking the rules. It's like,
Right.
I'm making the rules
Exactly.
based on right
Exactly.
now. And, so which is that's a relief. It's like, okay, I don't have, there are some expectations, but there are not as many expectations. So I'm a little freer to be me and do it
Free
my
to be
way.
me.
Yeah, that was a cool book by Marlo Thomas, right? I think so.
I guess so.
Somebody, but anyway. So let's kind of be positive as we're wrapping up here. It's
Oh,
like,
wow.
yeah, I know. So I think we've been positive, but um I guess the question I would ask is, where do you feel more confident this year than you did last year? And what areas? I can go first if you want to think about it.
Go right ahead.
All right. I think I feel more confident in one saying no, like I said, but also being more, I'm going to use the word selfish. Aware is another good word, but I'm going to go with selfish because I have a hard time with that. It's like, oh, that's so selfish. And it's like, good. That's good. That's a good thing for you. So I'm more taking care of myself, more confident, and more yeah, I think that's what happened last year. It was like, what, I'm going to try this because I haven't really done this before. It really doesn't serve anybody but me. And it was like, well, this is okay. So yeah, it's I'm gonna go with that. I think that I feel more confident in being selfish, which sounds crazy, but
That
it's good
is
for me.
great. I love it. Being selfish.
Yeah.
For me right now, it's about um knowing my limitations for right now,
Okay.
knowing what I can and I can't do, and being willing to say, I can't do this.
Mm,
I'm only doing one podcast for February. I have two
oh,
lined up for March.
okay.
And then just seeing if I have to go back to one a month until I feel better, I will do that. It's not, this is what I have to do, because I don't really know what the parameters are for me at this point, and
Mm,
having to adjust to this this debilitating area.
yeah.
So I think that's where I'm going to be.
That's interesting because I decided with the radio show also, it's like, and I was only doing once a month. And it's like, well, maybe I don't have to do every month. If I have
Mm,
a fantastic guest, then yeah, why not?
okay.
But it was a pressure. It was like,
Right.
okay, I've got to keep this day free and I've got to, research this person and say, and it was, I mean, it was one day a month, for God's sake, it wasn't going to kill me. But it's like I think again, being selfish. It's like I don't like that. I want to do it freestyle, just like you
Mm-hmm,
said. It's
mm-hmm,
like I want to
mm-hmm.
see, did somebody great pop up in January? Okay, we'll do the show. And if not, well, we'll find somebody for February. And I kind of like that. And believe me, it feels so strange because I
Mm,
am, I'm really, oh, you put it on my calendar, I'm gonna do it if I have to
right.
call, I'm gonna
Oh,
get there.
okay.
So, but now it's like, okay, relax, just relax. And so I think we're both coming into the new year with good ideas, good ideas that are gonna serve us and hopefully
Right.
help us serve others because we're taking
Right.
care of ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't help others if you can't help yourself.
Exactly. And
So
I think
that's
we're
right.
walking the walk, as they say.
Right.
We've been talking the talk,
Exactly.
we're walking the walk.
Exactly.
Oh my. So anyway, one thing that we're still going to do is keep getting together and having these shows. And
Yes.
so you will see Miss Terry and I next February,
Month. Mm.
next month. And Terry, once again, it's always fantastic
It's
doing
always
a
a
show with you.
pleasure. It
Always
is
learn
always a
something,
pleasure.
and I always
I
understand
do.
our connection. Yeah.
Terrific.
Take
Thank you.
care.
Be
Thank
well.
you.
Happy Bridge Month.
And yes, I love it. I'm going to use that from now on. Bye bye,
Be
everybody.
well. Bye.